Welcome back, friends. It has been a hot minute. I had all my family over for Thanksgiving. My husband made me this beautiful new table. I'll show you a little bit more of it in just a few minutes. But right now, I have to make a centerpiece for it. So I've got all these dried hydrangeas that my kids keep getting into. And then I've got these beautiful faux roses and flowers that my daughter brought to me for Thanksgiving. These were in a beautiful bouquet with real flowers, which have died. So I'm going to make a dried Christmas bouquet to put in the middle of the table today. So I'm using the dried hydrangeas, faux roses, and then these other faux wood flowers. I am just going to layer these into this pitcher that I've got at a thrift store for like $2, and until I think it looks pretty. And I am going to set this in the center of this table, and then I'm going to show you this table that my husband built for me. It is so beautiful, and it seats 10 people, 10 adults really easily. If you have a whole bunch of kids, he made a bench so you could fit like 6 kids just on that bench alone and then get 12 people around this table. But it needs a centerpiece, and so I am going to gussy it up a little bit with this flower bouquet, and then I'm going to use one of those basket placemats that I got at Walmart to center that on. And it just looks so beautiful. Don't shy away from using dried flowers for arrangements during the wintertime. I picked up this wreath last year at a thrift store and just pulled it out of the bin just the way it was. I'm going to hang this on my back door again. It's just got a black and white bow on it that I made last year, and it's just really simple, but it fits really good here on the back door. I didn't buy anything new this year. All of my Christmas decorations are things that I've had in my 2 Christmas totes. I don't have a ton of Christmas decorations. A lot of them were gifts. But this is what the house is looking like right now. I am going to decorate a little bit more with you. The living room is basically done. Christmas tree is up, and I did the fireplace the same way that I did it last year. So I did get this pretty, what are those things called? Just a string of cranberries with little leaves and pine cones on it that goes on the fireplace mantle. I do have some brass candles up there, but that's about it for the fireplace mantle, just super simple. And then I have the traditional colors for the Christmas tree. One thing I did do different from last year is I didn't add any ribbon except for on the ornaments. I took off those little metal hooks, and I'm using mostly velvet ribbon on those. So I've got red velvet ribbon on everything except for the red ornaments because the 2 colors aren't exactly the same. And then some green velvet ribbon holding those on. And I just think it adds a pretty classy touch to the Christmas tree. I picked this wreath up at a thrift store, and I just loved it because it looks so real. I know this was a more expensive wreath, but I never pay very much for it. And so I'm using some of this green velvet ribbon. Again, I got a big spool of it at Walmart for like $5. And I am just going to tie this to the center of my mirrored hutch that I love from my friend Mary Lee. She had this since she was a little girl, and I was lucky enough to buy it from her. And so we just love this in our dining room. It reflects the light and just makes it so beautiful in here. And we use it for our crafts. And so it's kind of messy inside, but it looks beautiful with the door shut. And it's a great place to store all of my kids' school supplies and art supplies, chapstick making supplies, just all that kind of good stuff. Has a nice spot in there, and it looks so beautiful with the door shut. And I really like the way the wreath looked on the front of this. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit more of this table. So the table is 8 feet long, 3.5 feet wide. He bought the legs already turned. You can buy them online. There's so many people that sell them. You just write in chunky farmhouse table legs. And they also had some legs that matched for a little bench. So he bought the legs already turned and then put an oak top on it. There's a frame around the bottom of it that screws into the legs, and that's just made out of 2x4s, and we stained it all the early American stain color. Then I needed chairs, and so I went to this estate sale place in Boise, right off Orchard, and I got these. I got 5 of these beautiful rose chairs for $15 a piece. So huge blessing because I needed them because Thanksgiving was just a few days after that. So we are enjoying this table and can fit most of our family around it during big family gatherings. Okay, in my storage closet, I have got a couple boxes that I've been saving over the years, and they have 2 of these little blue spruce trees. They have lights on them. They're super cute. And last year I used these on the front porch. They really need to get fluffed up. They don't look very good right now, but they do look good once you pull all of the branches and everything out and fluff it up. So I am going to put one of these in the kitchen, just on the side of the cabinets where my cabinets end. And then I'm gonna put the other one in the entryway. I kind of collect those antique crocks, and these fit really good inside of those. I did try to plug this one in right in the kitchen, but for some reason my outlets are not working. So I'll have to have my husband look into that for me. I'm sure he'll be able to fix it. It's probably just a fuse or something, but the one in the entryway, the plug is working just fine. And this looks so cute, I think. I know these decorations are super simple, but I like simple. And I do have a garland that goes down the stairs, but I'm not sure I want to put it up this year. I'm just really enjoying the simplicity of this look. These crocks are so good for so many things besides fermenting. I also like to put my houseplants in them because they do not let any water out. They're just a great thing to have around the house for decor and for use. This is a big metal wreath that I picked up at a little antique shop here in Fruitland, the bunkhouse, the vintage bunkhouse. And it got all messed up in the garage on a shelf. And so I am just going to fix it up a little bit, and then I'm going to take you out to the front porch here. I got this little rocking chair. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's so comfortable. It's a glider, and I'm really short, so it fits me perfectly. And I really enjoy just rocking on the front porch. And so I'm going to add this little red plaid blanket on here and try to gussy it up a little bit for Christmas so it looks a little more Christmas. And then I'm going to bring out a few more Christmas decorations for the front porch, including that wreath for the front door. I'm so late on decorating this year. Thanksgiving came late this year. All of my family came, and it actually just really wore me out. And then I was behind for Christmas. And so, yeah, I make videos as I do things. I don't plan ahead and decorate beforehand. So I am doing this all right now. So if you came to my house last week, I still had up my feathery grass wreath that I made for Thanksgiving, and I still had pumpkins out here. So those just went away along with the chrysanthemum bushes, and those all just got put away. And I really am just decorating for Christmas the week before Christmas. So I did have the Christmas tree up, but that was about it inside the house. I really love this antique snow sled or bobbin that we picked up for a really great price at a thrift store. And then the lanterns, I always like the lanterns. I also always keep on my front porch or inside the house this old family heirloom milk can. Grandpa Huffaker had a little dairy, and so that is one of the pieces that we inherited from him. And then I've got another crock. Now this crock, I usually put chrysanthemums or flowers in during the summer, but I kind of want to give a little bit more height to this snow bobbin. So I'm going to set it in there and then just give you a quick look at our Christmas porch. Nothing fancy, but nothing new. Everything just that I've had around the house, old decor, and it is very simple, but it is a simple farmhouse porch and a simple Christmas. We have a lot of family coming again for Christmas this next week, and so they will be greeted by a Christmas porch instead of a Thanksgiving porch now. It's just one of those things that I want and meant to get done, but just kept putting off. So I'm grateful I could finally get this done on this weekend, the weekend before Christmas. All right, the family room, the dining room, the front porch are all decorated. The entryway's decorated, but I haven't done anything with the kitchen. I've had this around the house since, gosh, for about 4 years now. And I usually keep it in a basket on top of the refrigerator, but I thought it would look cute up here over the hood vent. Just really simple garland. It's just the eucalyptus leaves are kind of velvety, and so they look more real, but I really think that looks cute right there. And then I added the Christmas tree that I showed you earlier here. I have in the window a basil plant and an aloe plant. And then I pulled out a little olive tree from the bathroom, actually. And I switched out my blue cast iron Dutch oven for the red one for Christmas. And that's about it. Put a pomegranate on the windowsill, so there's just a couple pops of red, but really it's a green and white kitchen. I'm really just doing a very simple Christmas this year, even though we'll have a lot of family here. I didn't buy any new decorations. I just kind of pulled everything out that I have had over the years and used it in different ways. I still need to decorate the front office or for the front room, but that will have to happen another day. I just hope that you all have a very simple Merry Christmas. Keeping it simple this year just help us actually to focus on what Christmas is all about instead of things. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I hope that you and your family have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time.